children, but rules are rules. The statement went on to say sometimes homeowners are unaware of deed restrictions. A friendly reminder was issued requesting that the homeowners please remove the sidewalk chalk when finished.
We haven't allowed them to draw just because we don't want to use the water in the drought situation to wash it off every time they come out here and draw with chalk.
Jakubowska says there's nothing specifically banning chalk in the restrictions.
So I can understand them enforcing the covenants, but when that's not in there, I don't think that that's appropriate.
A group of neighbors are now organizing an event called Chalk It Up to be held this Sunday, where kids from the neighborhood will gather to decorate their sidewalks and driveways in order to send this homeowner association a message.
I don't know how much the citation costs, but maybe it's worth it.
Cole, you're mad? You're steamed right now.
Oh my gosh, it's temporary. The rain washes it away in a day.
I know. Doesn't make it right.
And it's so fun to be out there with your kids and get creative, and it's colorful. When you see sidewalk chalk, it makes you happy because you know kids were having fun together. I think it's ridiculous.
Well, let's put it to you. Let's see if it's a unanimous decision.
Well, what do you
That's
think?
our question of the day. Maybe I'll share at the end of the show.
Right,
I
we'll
want
see.
time to digest. We want to know, do you think that homeowners have the right to use sidewalk chalk on their own property, even if they're in an association? You can share your comments with us on our Facebook page. Send us a tweet at MassAppeal WWLP or send an email massappeal@wwlp.com.
While getting a good night's sleep is always important, it is especially crucial for kids to sleep well during the school year. Dr. Siegfried Haug is an insomnia specialist, and he's here to get us sleeping soundly and waking up refreshed. I'm so happy you're here because this is something I could really learn more about. So it's good to get your kids on a sleep schedule. Now, what the most important thing you say is to remember parents are the ones in charge.
That's right. Kids have been on a summer schedule, and it's not as crucial, maybe, about how much sleep they get. But kids under 10 years should probably get up to 10 hours of sleep. If they don't, their information retention when they go to school is severely handicapped. And if you want to change the schedule, you need parents who know how to do that. And so that's what we want to talk about, how to actually establish it.
Right. Parents are in control. Kids don't like chaos. They need routine. So you're suggesting that parents actually have family meetings. Everyone comes together to talk. Tell us about that.
There's a lot of details that go into changing one routine into another. Your dinner time might change. There might be kids having sports or something. So everybody has some say in it. So I would say that before Wednesday, whenever school starts, that you have a family meeting and everybody gets to talk about what would need to happen to get a decent sleep schedule together, which should be probably in bed by no later than 9:30 or 10 for little kids. And that means that you have to adjust your dinner time, you have to, and all kinds of bathrooms depending on how many you have.
Yes, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Knowing who's going to use it when.
Have a family meeting, get everybody together, everybody gets to have a say, take some notes in it, and then it turns out that kids are really good at maintaining the rules once they are established. They kind of like rules better than chaos.
And if you make it a discussion, a family discussion, where everyone's talking together and giving their 2 cents instead of saying, these are my rules, I'm telling you what to do. So they feel like they have some ownership, of their time.
And they do have some valid points, I mean, that need to be heard. And they like rules better than parents believe they do. Parents have this sense that, that kids should be kind of allowed to do what they want, and they really don't like it too much. If they have a say in it, they will stick to the rules. If they make their own games, they make the rules up. So if you have a family meeting, that's a really good beginning. And the thing to realize about sleep is that you want to establish a pattern. You want to get to bed at a certain time and wake up at a certain time, and that includes weekends.
And that routine can really help you in your life, not just for kids, but parents too. That routine can really help everybody. And it's important to know the basic facts. Stimulants, you suggest no caffeine any time of day.
Anytime. If you have any kind of sleep issue and have a hard time falling asleep, you really should not have stimulants. And that includes coffee, tea. People don't realize that there is caffeine in chocolate, especially dark chocolate. If you don't have a problem, then you don't. But if you do, you should not stimulate your system. And parents might also be aware that sometimes medications, a lot of medications that their kids might take, have insomnia as a side effect. That's not always obvious, so there's websites, Google it, type in the medication for side effects.
Okay,
and
talk to your doctor.
MD about maybe changing it if it's pronounced.
Now, some of the benefits, obviously, everyone will be a lot happier in the home. But if you don't have a schedule, obviously, it can be very, very difficult. Everyone's kind of at each other's throats, really sleep deprived. How can this really help everyone in the home on a daily basis, Dr. Haug?
It establishes an authority of sorts, so that it's not as chaotic. If we leave things up to how everybody feels like it, you want to read a little longer, you want to watch another show, you want to do all kinds of things that feel comfortable at the time, and they override the schedules that we have set, and then it becomes, everything gets out of hand. So there is an enormous value to deciding first how you want things to play out.
Right.
And then get everybody on the same page and actually do it. And there's a sense of accomplishment
Yes.
when you do it.
Well, this great advice, Dr. Haug. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.